They're here, and they're queer, and they're awesome. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 memorable Queer Eye Season 2 moments.
Oh God, I just found a bag of teeth.
I kept my daughter's teeth when she lost her teeth.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the most meaningful and poignant moments in the second season of Netflix's Queer Eye.
Be right, but baby, you won't. Sure until you try me out.
Number 10. Sean puts on a show.
He has so much confidence and swag now.
The Fab Five are called out to help an 18-year-old kid about to go to college actually feel like an 18-year-old kid about to go to college, instead of an old man trapped in the body of a teen.
Sean's offstage wardrobe, a lot of the stuff looks like the closet of a 40-year-old man.
Those were great yard sale finds.
After completely revamping Sean's wardrobe and look, he finally gets the confidence that makes his piano performance at the end of the show really stand out.
I'm more confident than I ever remember being. And I just want to say thank you to the Fab Five.
No longer does he need the bedazzled Sean jackets to get noticed. He has both the talent and charisma, and can begin impressing people his own age.
So you're riding behind, you're trying to find your best stories.
Number 9. Ari gets caught lying.
You're working right now?
Yeah.
Yeah?
How long have you been at this job? About a week.
At the beginning of this episode, Ari has a lot of problems. But the biggest one is that he just won't be honest with the Fab Five. It starts with him making them believe that he's a recent graduate who's just started a new job, when really, he flunked a class and never technically got his degree.
So maybe you do know you can't say anymore that you graduated. So let's rewind then, because you just said I graduated, and then you said, well, I got a letter later that said I didn't. So there was a disconnect there.
He's also been fired from some half a dozen jobs since college ended.
So you're not working now, you quit.
Okay, do you want me to be honest as
Yes.
Yeah.
His lies are so pervasive that later on in the episode, Karamo even makes him take a polygraph test. It's like pulling teeth trying to get this guy to live his truth.
Have you paid your rent late?
Yes.
Have you received a verbal or written warning for being late to work?
Yes.
Number 8. Myles goes to homecoming.
I can only imagine growing up in this small town being black and gay.
Tammye's son Myles left the aptly named small town of Gay, Georgia, to move to Atlanta. While there, he completely lost touch with his family for 2 years, after his mother initially did not accept him being gay.
She came up on the small town Christian belief that you were condemned and it was just disgusting and it's an abomination. And so she projected those feelings onto me, which was really hard.
That all changes when Tammye gets cancer and reevaluates her life, realizing that, quote, you can't antagonize and evangelize at the same time. She asks Myles for his forgiveness for her initially rejecting him when he came out, and ultimately, he goes to the church's homecoming service at the end of the week. Tammye continues to preach love as Myles finally feels accepted by the people he loves the most.
Do I love Jesus? Yes. Am I a believer? Yes. Do I love my son? Yes.
Number 7. Ted makes a speech.
One of the first resolutions I signed was a welcoming resolution to say that we believe there is strength in compassion and love, and that we welcome all.
The liberal hipster mayor of Clarkston, Georgia needed the Fab Five's help to change his look, so that he could be taken more seriously by the older citizens involved in politics. Hosting a dinner party with foreign delegates at the end of the episode, Ted Terry finally comes into his own, and puts his newfound public speaking skills to the test.
And I just want to say that I look forward to finding ways for us to come together as a people.
He explains his plans to make America more welcoming, more compassionate, and more open, putting Clarkston's diverse community at the heart of his mayoral policies. The delegates raise a toast to Ted and his refreshing welcoming policies as they enjoy their meal.
We want to toast to the mayor and the mayoress for all the things that they're doing here in Clarkston, Georgia.
Yes.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Number 6. Skyler gets a tailored suit.
So I've actually had this since Christmas and have never worn them.
For many trans people, shopping for clothes in the binary retail environment can be difficult, especially for something like a suit, which needs to be tailored to one's body. Skyler explains that when he bought 2 suits and they were being fitted, he walked out of the store because he was made so uncomfortable. And from then on, Tan makes it his mission to get Skyler in a great-looking suit.
I see you smiling.
Yeah.
And it makes me so happy.
Yeah.
The look on Skyler's face when he finally sees himself in a suit is one money can't buy. And he later says that he felt like, quote, there he was. And he finally saw himself properly for the first time.
When you looked in that mirror, did you finally feel the way you wanted to feel?
I felt like there I was, right there. And I've not been able to look at myself in a mirror in a suit and ever say that, ever. So,
good.
Yeah.
Number 5. Jason and Beth get together.
He was nominated by his best friend, Beth, and she adores Jason.
Could he date her?
I don't know. It's best friends, so I think they might already be in the friend zone.
Oh, okay. All right.
This episode was all about one handyman whose life just wasn't going the way he wanted. So he planned to move to Reno to be closer to his beloved Burning Man festival. But his best friend Beth, who also nominated him for the show, desperately doesn't want him to go.
So Beth, what do you think about this move to Reno?
I'm still kind of trying to figure out like what my life in Atlanta is like without Jason. It'd be a good place for him to be for the next phase in his life, but other than that, I hate everything about it.
The Fab Five make over Jason and get everything ready for his big cross-country move. But a plot twist drops at the very end of the episode during the epilogue.
What? No. Say it again, say it again.
We discover that Jason's big move has been temporarily paused because he and Beth have started a relationship. Finally.
Jason and Beth!
It doesn't really matter.
Number 4. Bobby talks to Tammye about church.
There wasn't a day I wasn't at church. It was my life. Those people were my family.
Bobby's relationship with the church was complicated by the fact that he was rejected by his family after coming out as gay in his youth. And he was skeptical about what he would find in church-going mother hen Tammye.
I knew from a young age that I was gay. And I'd be down there at that altar every Sunday just crying and begging God to not make me gay. And once everyone there found out, completely turned their back on me.
Wow. He even refuses to go into the town church initially. But his perceptions change when he meets her, and eventually opens up. And she says she loves and accepts him because that's what Jesus would want.
And that's one of the things is homecoming, and the community center represents. Myles, come home. And that's what I want to tell you. You're God's son. It's okay.
Bobby has a similar moment with Sean's godmother Lulu, when he tells her about how he, like Sean, was adopted. And she supports him and everything he's accomplished.
I was handed to my mama. And just like you, she took me in and they raised me as their own and gave me everything. And so I have a lot of respect for, you and what you've done for Sean.
Number 3. Tan asks Skyler about his trans experience.
Oh. He just looked down for the first time.
The episode begins with a poignant scene where we see Skyler get his top surgery, so that his outside reflects the man he's always been on the inside. Tan admits that he's never actually met a trans person, and later tries to change his ignorance by asking Skyler various questions about what it's like to be trans.
Quite honestly, I hate to admit it, but I'm not immersed in the gay community, and therefore I'm ignorant. I don't know the correct pronouns. And I truly want to know, how would you feel if I were to get that wrong?
Skyler tells Tan about how awful it was being misgendered in the hospital, and about being uncomfortable in his body for years of his life.
So God, I spent almost like a decade of my life being miserable in my body, just miserable. And the way that it affected me and the way that I interacted with people, I haven't even felt comfortable giving hugs in a decade because I feel people touch my chest and it just makes me so uncomfortable.
By the end of the episode, Tan finally understands how much surgery and transitioning means to trans people.
That changed it for me and I just thought, oh, this is what it means.
Yeah.
Number 2, William proposes to Shannon. Poor William just doesn't know how to pop the question to his longtime girlfriend, who has been dropping hints about her ring size for months.
I think I've been receiving some hints lately. She's kind of let slip her ring size, and we went shopping.
That's not a hint. That's called a kick in the ass.
Luckily, the Fab Five show up to rescue him and help him plan the perfect proposal.
You can love your dog, and you could love pineapple upside down cake, and you can love 2-hour showers. There needs to be more than love. Why is there no word more than love?
William takes the couple's love of romantic comedies and makes up one of his own, where he comes up with a word meaning something more than love. And that word is Shannon.
That's it, Shannon. The word for more than love.
He plays it at an outdoor movie theater, and Shannon is sobbing so much by the time he asks her to marry him, she only just manages to say yes through tears of happiness.
Shannon Ann Eller, will you marry me and be my wife?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Perfect. Some lice shampoo. Mm-hmm. Didn't you just use her comb? I did.
Oh my God!
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Oh my God! And you're just gonna like lean with it. Yeah, look at you already look swagged out. Look at this straight Fab Five. Good job. I'm no longer sweet dad, I'm cool dad.
Number 1, everything Tammye does.
This is what I've always known church to be. This love that Mama Tammye radiates.
She was their first female hero, and she so deserves what the Fab Five do for her and her town 1,000 times over.
Let the church say amen.
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 Mama Tammye, as she likes to be called, has an infinite amount of love to give to the people around her, no matter how long she's known them.
He already made provisions because he knew you guys would wind up together. Even before you were formed in your mother's womb, he knew you. I'm thankful. Oh, come here, Antoni. Antoni.
She enlists the Fab Five in renovating the local community center, rather than focusing all their energy on her, and makes them all feel the love of the church.
Oh my God!
After surviving a battle with cancer and dedicating her every waking moment to helping others, it's impossible to do enough to thank this incredible woman worth celebrating.
These are 5 gifted men who are gay. And through the course of the week, we were able to build some relationships. That's what it's about, building relationships.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.